All right, so we're gonna have two different days here again, like always. So this is gonna be the first taper squat day that I had, which honestly, like looking at it on paper, when I saw the actual workout, I was like, "Yep, this makes tons of sense." We're gonna work up to 485 for five plus double red bands. I had worked up to 600 pounds for multiple reps with double red bands, and 655 for five was like my top squat set for the cycle, which was huge. So 485 plus red bands is like 585 at the top and a lot less than that at the bottom. So I'm like, yeah, it's like 80%. It's probably more reps than I was expecting in a taper, but I was like, yeah, it should feel good. But right right about here, I got to like three reds, 375 plus bands. I was like, damn, this is heavy. And I think the honest to God truth is just, and this has probably been the theme in a lot of my last videos, is like I'm fatigued, man. This was a good prep. And I say that because I like to feel like I really got a lot of work done in prep. I think in theory, if you're going to have what they call super compensation, right? Like the actual purpose of a taper and deload is to give your body time to recover from all of the fatigue that you built up so you can grow, so you get all that neural adaptation going. And it really doesn't happen if you didn't put yourself under big fatigue. And then maybe the theory is, and I'm sure there's a lot of debate on this, the more fatigue that you built up, if you can recover from it, say that really specifically, if you can recover from it and you're not injured and just completely beat up, which I kind of am, then you should be in the best shape possible going into that meet. I say I'm injured because I've had a lot of pain in my right hip flexor for a while. I told my coach, he was asking me if it's like tightness or pain. I was like, it's pain. I told some of my friends and clients too, like I think there's something really wrong in there. And then now the bleeding showed up. So there's some kind of torn muscle in my hip flexor. It just looks like it's going from my groin down my adductor, but it's not my adductor. So I've torn an adductor, and I know what that feels like, and this does not feel like this. So I did get some good accessory work in after those squats that felt so heavy. Even the back down felt pretty heavy. That was like 452 if I remember correctly. And this felt good though. I was able to do the stack for a single leg hamstring curl, and it felt really good. So I think that just axial loading, having a barbell on my back, felt terrible because CNS fatigue. But if the accessories are feeling good, and then this was like some cable rows, again, doing the stack for like 15, I'm feeling good. I probably even give a thumbs up after this. So like, my muscles feel good. There's a lot of CNS fatigue. So that should be good. It should all be recoverable. This was done maybe like 10 days out, because right now, sitting here today, I'm exactly 7 days out from competing. So, should be in pretty good shape for it. And then I did work some grip. I actually took this twice. That's 386 for a static hold, just double overhand. You can see, I think I actually have legitimate medical dwarfism in my fingers and my thumbs. It does not represent any other part of my body. I mean, my feet aren't humongous. I'm only like a size 11 and a half for a 6'1" guy who's like 350 pounds. But yeah, really have to work the grip a lot. Then I'm going to the bench day here. This was good. I was really happy with this. That was a top set of 386 for four on bench. I've done better. Back when I was training strongman, and me and my coach were just talking about this phenomenon, I hit a set of 405 for like 4.9 reps or something like that. Granted, I probably bounced them and it's pound plates, so who knows. But I felt stronger at one point when I was working more overhead. The trick to that is, though, that I also wasn't training squats super heavy, and the deadlifts, I was training heavy, but mostly for reps. So it's one of those things where we might experiment again with doing some strong overhead pressing and see if that helps bring up the bench. But either way, I've got my numbers for USPA Nationals. I know my openers, I know my seconds, I know my third attempts. I'm not necessarily going to reveal them here. We'll see what happens, but it should put together a total and a dot score that I've been looking for a long time.